Alright, open up Onshape. You're going to create a document. You're going to call it eyeglass holder. And create. We're going to click on the top view and we're going to create a sketch. And then you're going to click on the top plane so that it creates a sketch on the top view. We'll start off by making a rectangle. And let's dimension that. We'll go 30 millimeters. And we'll go 50 millimeters. We're going to come up to the top and we're going to click on the fillet tool. And we're going to choose those two corners, those two corners, right or left click, and then we're going to make it 5 millimeters. And we're going to do the same thing on those two corners so it rounds off the corners. Okay? We are going to finish the sketch by hitting the check mark. We're going to extrude that shape. We will extrude it to the height of your glasses. So my glasses are 6 inches long. You can determine how long yours are going to be. So let's go with your glasses without knowing. 130 millimeters. So we'll go 130 millimeters. Hit enter and finish that. Okay. We're going to use the shell tool. Okay, it looks like this. And we're going to click on that. And we will make the edges 3 millimeters. And that will clear out the inside of our shape. Here we're going to come close. We're going to zoom in on the top view. And we're going to make a sketch by clicking this outer edge here. And then we will use this tool. Actually, we can just use the offset tool. And we're going to offset a groove in here by clicking all of these lines. So you'll have a blue line going around your selected lines. We're going to double click on this. We're going to make this 1 millimeter. Okay. And we can hit the left click button so it puts in that line. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click on our offset again. And we're going to finish our groove. We can change that to 1 millimeter. And we're going to select the lines that we just created. And left click again. So now we should have double lines going through the middle of our edge. We can finish that sketch. And we're going to select between those two lines we just created. We're going to remove, and let's remove 0.5 millimeters. And hit enter. And then we can hit the check mark. Now what that's going to do is it's going to put a little groove into the top there. Okay. Alright, so that is your base. So we're going to add the top to it. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to click our top. We are going to create a sketch. We want it to be on that same top ledge. We want to add it to the top of our base. So if you look, if I zoom in close, I'm going to choose the top. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so that it's more in the middle of the screen. That's up to you. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this tool here. It's the Use Project or Convert. And I'm just going to select the outside of my base. And then I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click the little eye here to eliminate or hide my base. So now we can finish that sketch. And we're going to extrude that whole shape there. Here we're going to add another 30 millimeters, and we're going to hit the check mark. We're going to tilt this up, and we're going to hollow out this side by using the shell tool, and we're going to shell out the bottom here. We want our shell thickness to be 3 millimeters, just like before. Now we can hit the bottom here, and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to offset by creating a sketch. I'm going to click on that top ledge again, or that ledge there, and I'm going to offset off of this line, this line, just like we did before, and we're going to pull this up, and we want this to be 1 millimeter. We're going to left click, and we're going to do the same thing like we did before. We're going to offset the lines we just created. And we're going to offset in this direction by 1 millimeter again. Okay. So now we can go ahead and we can finish that sketch. And once again, we are going to extrude by removing 0.5 millimeters. And we can hit there, and you'll see that there is a little groove inside of that. Okay. So now if we click on the front here and we go back to our eyeball, we should have a bottom, we should have a top. To label those, if we come over here and we right click, you can rename. This is going to be bottom. Right click over here, rename top. So we have our bottom and we have our top. Okay. We're going to click over here to the left view. And we're going to hide our top view for now, and we're going to add a sketch onto the left side. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer to the top here. And I'm just going to make a rectangle, and I'm going to use the centering rectangle. So click on the little arrow, click on center rectangle, and I'm going to find the center of that shape, which is right there with that little box. And I'm going to bring this down. Let's go ahead and dimension that rectangle. I'm going to make that 20. Well, let's go 25 millimeters. And we're going to make that 10 millimeters. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to click the line tool. We're going to click on the corner where it crosses over the top and click on the other one, making that into a rectangle. We can use our cut tool to cut out those extra lines that we have there and grab those two. Okay. So now we have a square here. And what we're going to do is we're going to offset of that square. It's going to click on those. And we're going to go out the other way. And let's call that 3 millimeters. And go ahead and hit the check mark. Okay. So we're going to extrude that shape we just created. And we're going to come out, let's go 15 millimeters. And hit the check mark. So what that does is that creates that shape right there. Now that shape sticking out looks kind of funny, so let's go ahead and we're going to use the fillet tool, and we're going to curve. Let's choose just that edge. Let's fillet that tool right there. Okay, and let's fillet that one and that one. So now it looks like that. Okay. So that is the end of part 1. I will start another part in just a second.